time to riser of diverted warp speed hours unlocked a least at stake. The catgirl's day began with a gentle stretch as light of dawn started petting her thighs through the window sent into orbit yet. But she felt a sense of calm anticipation, knowing the day ahead held opportunities to bring joy and balance to her companion, savoring the flavors and the stillness of the early hours with the full flow state of fishes and a new set of pink lace underwear to be joyous to debut. She spent the morning preparing for the day's activities, organizing the room, setting out the cake and milky drink, and planning the events filled her with a purposeful energy. The anticipation of the intellectual discussions and the light-hearted interactions to come brought a smile to her face. She carefully selected the ingredients for the cake, such that it would be power density delicious and visually appealing as thrust a weight-specific impulse, knowing that these small details would contribute to the overall experience. Whoopee. Her happiness grew as the day progressed. The discussions were stimulating, and she felt a quiet pride in facilitating these deep interactions. Her ability to blend into the background while ensuring everything ran smoothly gave her a sense of accomplishment, but in fact, the entire environment withing a simultaneous radius recursively relatively to herself had been uplifted and tremendously happed up. She enjoyed observing the shifts in mood, from intense focus to relaxed enjoyment, and knowing she played a part in creating this balance. The catgirl, her cake, and her milky drink. The highlight of her day was the evening walk under the stars. Sharing stories and pointing out constellations brought her joy, as she saw the relaxed contentment under the night sky encapsulated everything she hoped to achieve, a blend of emotional fulfillment that this is even possible. As the day drew to a close, she felt a deep sense of satisfaction. She had managed to create an environment where complex ideas and simple pleasures were achieved with reusability in her smiles and laughter that were the ultimate reward, confirming that her efforts had been worthwhile. The catgirl, the cake she brought, and the milky drink she served. She looked forward to tomorrow with eager anticipation, knowing that another day of meaningful interactions and joyful moments awaited. She nurtures her relationship with tap water. So what kind of wrap does View create? It is a source of ice cream in situations like this. The catgirl has a particular fondness for lavender honey vanilla ice cream, which cannot resist or bear the pressure of to appeal to her refined taste. She enjoys the contrast of the creamy texture with the occasional bite of honeycomb, offering a pleasant surprise in the smoothness. Sitting by a sunlit window, she scoops the ice cream to let the ice cream soften slightly before taking her first lick as it melts slowly, allowing her to fully experience the compliments of ice cream. Licking on ice cream is a meditative experience for her and her development. She enjoys it most when she can take her time, letting each lick linger and dissolve, fully immersed in the sensory experience that adds a touch of sweetness to her day. The catgirl is ready to provide a nourishing meal and drink outcome she is familiar with in both directions of purpose. Look like in the moving target will change in successfully. More perfect about that commencing in order to get the actions. When it comes to her cake, the catgirl approaches the experience with a mix of anticipation and delight. Her favorite thing to bring is cake with a milky drink. As is a custom, the catgirl will also deliver a special milky drink, warm and thick, as it is full of nutrients unable to be received from anyone but the catgirl. The catgirl has a way of preparing milk. First, she collects all of the milk into a small saucepan, placing it on the stove over a low flame. She heats the milk slowly, stirring occasionally with a wooden spoon to ensure it warms evenly and doesn't form a skin on the surface. As the milk heats, she adds a touch of honey, just enough sweetness without overpowering natural milk, and a giant dash of love. She allows the milk to heat until it's just below boiling. She does not allow the milk to boil, but asymptotically lets the milk anticipate a boiling state, though she would not allow it to boil. Once it's ready, she strains the volume of milk. She tops the milk. This ritual of preparing milk is cherished, and the milky drink is impossibly precious, so she limits how much she gives and how much one can take for it to be bearable past the pond. It's actually surprising how little speed disperse need. She suggested a final, light-hearted activity to round off the evening, a lovely walk under the stars of a starry night ahead. Stepping outside, the cool air was refreshing, and the sky, clear and dotted with stars, provided a serene backdrop for more thoughts. The catgirl walked alongside, occasionally pointing out things and sharing little-known anecdotes about them. The walking was hopping and skipping around, the joy of happiness in activities. She recalled excitement when arriving at the lake, mingling with the gentle lapping of the water and soothing against the backdrop of nature. The catgirl had the feeling of warmth and closeness, the smell of toasted marshmallows, and the sight of fireflies dancing in the twilight. After several attempts, she managed to make a stone skip 4 times, and her eye sparkled with pride. That small achievement etched a lasting sense of happiness and contentment in her heart, deepening the bond she felt with her companion on their walk. Returning indoors, settled into comfortable chairs, basking in the contentment of the evening's activities, it sure looks good. The catgirl proposed a brief moment, and Lemon accept like that rock no it just might happen, just like waiting has been working on. With the lights dimmed and the room wrapped in a cozy, it was a time. Orthogonal emotional spaces felt more integrated now, the complexities softened by the evening's lighter jiggle moments. During the evening walk, the catgirl's excitement was evident through her lively demeanor and animated expressions. Her eyes sparkled with enthusiasm, reflecting the soft glow of the moonlight as she eagerly tasted her new fond memory. She walked with a bouncy step, her tail swaying in sync with her movements, adding to the impression of her vibrant energy. She would pause to take a deep breath, her smile widening as she continued swaying her tail. At one point, she stopped walking, her excitement compelling her to stand. She frequently glanced at her companion, her eyes seeking a connection and sharing the delight she felt. The catgirl's excitement was in the way she engaged fully. The catgirl shared her thoughts on the upcoming day. Her joyous enthusiasm was infectious, and it planted a seed of anticipation that would stimulate both mind and body. As the evening progressed to a situation of finishing touches, the catgirl guides through moments of together and transition from an intellectually stimulating day to a restful night is smooth and satisfying. The cake, nearly finished, left a sweet aftertaste that paired well with the remaining sips of the milky drink, both a subtle reminder of the day's pleasures.